What's going on, everybody? Okay, here, back at it again with another video. This time, again, part 3 of our assist breakdown series leading up to the assist tier list. So far we talked about lockdown assists. This is like your Kid Buu and your Go tanks, and your push or strike assist. This is like your Bardoks, your Videls, and your Ginyu, among other characters. So today, we're going to be talking about one that's actually pretty extremely relevant in this game, anti-air assists. And before we even point out which ones they are, despite them being called anti-airs, you generally don't use them as actual, oh my god, they're in the air, let me press this button, like you would, let's say, your 2H or whatever, maybe light DP or something like that. You use these assists to control space in the air somehow. And these assists are from left to right. We got GT Goku, Adult Gohan, Trunks, Teen Gohan, Frieza. Is that everybody? Oh, Cooler. And Base Vegeta. These would be the core anti-air assists in the game, in my opinion. You might notice there's not that many. There's not that many of them, and when the game came out, we really only had three because we had Frieza. So let's bring a couple of these guys out here so we can talk about it a little bit. Get my boy Freezer, Cooler, Base G. So in this game, when you think about anti-air assists, like I said, you're controlling space in the air. These assists play a pretty big role in the game because there's not a lot of anti-air options in the game in general, or it's really difficult to use an assigned anti-air move. There are moves in the game, like Adult Gohan is a perfect example of one. Let's get the game started up. So Adult Gohan has a move, of course, this is light DP, right? So his light DP is an excellent anti-air. It's an amazing anti-air. But outside of like the obvious usage, like hitting super dashes with its usage as far as like using it as an actual anti-air. So take like this. Frieza's jump H pretty good. So yes, it's gonna beat that, but it's not gonna beat, let's say this. Oh, whoops. See, you're gonna whiff, and just jump block will also be safe because pretty much all air moves, all anti-air moves are air guardable besides anti-air throws. So despite this move being an anti-air, it's literally invincible to jump attacks. It doesn't actually hit people for jumping. So this is where your anti-air assist comes in. Because your anti-air assists will generally control the space for you, and they'll do that action for you. They will make the opponent block without you having to actually do it, and then you can force them down, do a mix-up, get your offense, or whatever. This is the strategy that literally won the World Tour yesterday. This year. This is the tour that won Season 1. This is the strategy that won Season 1. That is the exact strategy that won Season 1. This is the core thing. One of the core tenets of the Adult Gohan Yamcha shell is this style of... I think it's actually kind of weird to do with Team Gohan assist, but... it's so fast that I'm not used to doing it. There you go. This style of neutral. Right? That style of neutral. So DP assists are very important in that way. Now Cooler, you could do the same thing. Team Gohan and Cooler both have outright invincibility frames. Adult Gohan, as of Season 2, only has head invincibility, so invincibility against jump attacks. Now, the other characters, and I don't have Trunks here, but the other characters, they're not DPs, but they still function as anti-airs, so it's all because they have things that aim upwards, from the, for lack of a better word, controversial GT Goku to, like, everyone's pretty familiar at this point of seeing how Frieza assist is applied. And even, like, Base Vegeta is, like, not common, but he does cover that kind of angle. Let's also bring in Trunks just so you can see it. So all the other not Dragon Punch assists, they just happen to control the air. Like they're not maybe designed to just go straight up, like Adult Gohan or Teen Gohan, but they control some type of area in the air so that like when someone's jumping, if you aim your assist, you'll be able to force them down. Trunks would be the last one. At this point, I mean, especially if you watch me play, you've seen this assist more than enough times. Which is, of course, this guy. Yeah, my favorite move. Okay. Now, again, the reason why these assists are so important is because you can't hit people in the air. You can't actually hit people in the air. They made it very difficult to hit people in the air in this game. Between like, so your standard jump and double jump is not so bad, but between like how dash momentum works, of course the super jump floats, and one thing actually that I've been thinking about too, pretty much sharing it the first time in this video, is a kind of interesting point about this game is, so generally, as we all know, when you do an air attack, see how he just got forced to the ground right there? So you got forced to the ground. That's because there is 6 frames extra block stun when you block moves in the air. So because he blocked this, forced to the ground, cool. Super Dash has some type of special block stun despite this. Even though it has more block stun in the air, the opponents can act very quickly. It's actually less than jump jab, as you can see, right? So you see how he got forced to the ground by my jab, but when it's Super Dash, he's able to act. So despite having a move that quite literally tracks you in the air, right? So here's me super jump floating back. So despite literally having a tracking flying move, there's not enough blocks on it. The reason why the anti-air assist is so good in this situation is because it'll actually reach. And bring them the rest of the way down. It's a very interesting point. It's hard to catch people in the air in this game. So if you're playing, let's say, Kid Buu or something, you might not think about anti-air, right? Because Kid Buu is good at catching people. Kid Buu has 2S, he can jump around too, he's very small, he's very mobile. But for other characters, you might consider having like a Gohan assist, or a Teen Gohan assist, or Frieza assist, because it might just be difficult for you to catch people moving like this, or consistently retreating, or just staying in the air, airborne, often. So anti-air assists are actually a really, really important part of this game, and my thought about GT Goku was that, one, I'm actually glad they added another anti-air assist, and I kind of felt like the devs wanted a anti-air assist that could be universally picked or could be picked more often. Because out of your options, like if you pick Adult Gohan or Teen Gohan, you're probably going with Yamcha. There are people who use those characters with beams, but I have mixed feelings about that. If you play Frieza, then like you play usually play a specialized team designed to use Frieza. Cooler is a counter character. Trunks is rare, and base Vegeta is rare. So this type of movement, as you might have heard me say before, kind of contributes to the game being a little bit slower. So with anti-air assist, you literally speed up the game because they can't play like this. If they play like this too much, you do this, and now you're in. You do that, you're in, you get your pressure, you get your mix up, it's good. These assists are very important to the game, and after this, I would suggest go back, look at some people's team builds, and like look at the plan. It'll be a little bit more obvious why some people pick outside of GT, because GT, most of the people who pick GT, they're just like, he's broken, so they pick him. But there are some people who pick him because like this assist is really, really legitimately helpful, and he's a good character. The same reason why I picked Trunks assist. This assist is extremely helpful, very, very, very helpful in neutral. Huge and covers the air, so I can bring people down. That's it this time. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Like and subscribe if you feel like it, and I'll see you next time. Hope this helps, and peace out.